Good morning, wherever you are. It's time for the Monday Minute. I'm Christian Paul. I hope you all had a great weekend. Starting off my morning right here with a very, very fine Rocky Patel vintage 1990 Maduro, brought by a big supporter of Crossingaurd Paranormal. And I do appreciate that. That was a little birthday gift. Anyway, little internet malfunction. We had AT&T upgrade us to fiber optic. Well, by now it's been at least 10 months ago, and we still intermittently lose our internet connection. And it happens, seems like every time we're doing the Monday Minute, as an example. What else we got going on today? Of course, we have Jan in the house, as always. Someday, we'll spend a little time talking about Jan, but we're not gonna get into that today. Today, we are going to talk about the one and only Brodhead Manor in Brodhead, Wisconsin. Now, it's been a little while since Dennis and I have been there. We did a two investigations in one day kind of thing. We were at Edinburgh Manor in Maxwell, Iowa. No, it's not Maxwell. That's Farrar. It's Scotch Grove, Iowa. Pardon. So that was our afternoon. Then in the evening, we headed to Brodhead. Met Bill for the first time. Bill's a cool guy. We got along with him just fine. We had full run of the asylum. Good morning, Jamie. How you doing today? And we had met up for the first time with John and Wayne from Small Town Paranormal. We had never met before. Good guys. We had them hang out with us for a while, which is something actually we rarely do. But the vibe was right. They were good guys. They fit in with our style pretty well. So it was all good. So thank you, John. Thank you, Wayne. So, over the course of time, I've done all kind of review on Brodhead, and like we always talk about, we're running multiple body cams, full spectrum cam, IR, so it takes a while. It's not a private case, so we do not kill ourselves trying to review cases that are not a private situation where somebody is in immediate need of help. Now, if you go on YouTube, I did put up a short video last night. Good morning, Lori. We put up a video yesterday. I will put up a reel from that video probably later on today, just to give you a little taste of it. But what made it interesting, in my opinion, is that there were no major, what I would call a major event on this floor at that particular junction in time, but it was a lot of little things And you really gotta be aware sometimes because some of these little things will actually sneak right past you and you don't know it. I've said it a million times. It is all in the review. And as we were going back and forth, we were still getting comments. Now, some of them I do have listed in that video. They were kind of whispers. So I'll admit I did amplify them so you can hear them. When I'm reviewing, I mean, I got headphones on and yada yada. So trying to drown out as much of the ambient noise that I can. But trying to see what you're saying here, Jamie. Oh yeah. Yes, Jamie. Yes. Anyway, there were some parts in that video where there was some EVPs that we captured that I did not list in the video. Why? Because even with the technology that I have, and it's not the same technology that Michael Primo's got. That's for sure. But there was a few that were in there where we stepped on them and didn't realize it. Now, Dennis and I often use that term stepped on. Actually, stepped on is an old CB radio term. Stepping on something in terms of review is, let's say there is an EVP in the process of going on and you're talking over it. Okay. So you stepped on it. Sometimes you can still pull the EVP out, other times not so much. And there was a few of them through the course of that video that I put up that I did not post simply because of that reason. I mean, in my process of review, I know they're there. I'm looking at waveforms and that kind of thing. So no, it's not my imagination. I can physically see the waveform, but to put it up in an actual video, yeah, that gets a little complicated. We just want to bring you some good stuff that the average person can check out and enjoy. And I know a lot of you out there that I know personally. You're not average people. You're special people. First off, you're here, and that makes you special people. But I want you to know I do appreciate and love you guys. Okay, you know who you are. Some of you are on right now. You know who you are. Anyway, let's carry on. So as we're going through now, this is on the top floor. We're getting little bits of this and a little bits of that. We asked who was up there with us. Now that was on a DR60, and someone said me. Give it a listen. Check it out. I don't know who me was. I don't know if this was a child. Um, was it John or was it Wayne now? I can't remember. Somebody kind of made reference that I think they kind of figured, good morning, Hannah. How are you? Uh, they were kind of mentioning they thought it was a child. I honestly, don't know that, listening to, clips electronically, anything that's, truly a child, I am always very skeptical of for a lot of reasons. But we did have somebody up there with us on that level with evidence on the DR60. The most interesting thing I thought on that little clip that I put up. Oh, and by the way, go on YouTube, please give us a sub. Crystal Captures, good morning. Good to have you with us this morning. get on the YouTube channel. Give us a like, give us a sub. I tell you, the Google algorithm is a very, very tough hill to climb. Okay. Now I know there are people out there that, oh well, you can make money on. I don't care about making money on my clips. That's not why I post clips. I post clips to show our interaction with the spirit realm. That's what it's about. Okay. Money has got absolutely nothing to do with anything we post. We're not in it for that. If we were, I'd be bankrupt. Seriously, I can tell you now exactly to the penny how much money I've made doing paranormal things since 1985. Anybody want to take a guess? I'll tell you, $200. And what was the $200 for? Licensing agreement with Discovery Network to use our clips on TLC in Germany. My only hope is someday, seeing that Discovery does have right to those clips, that maybe they kind of interweave some of my clips into an American audience so everybody here can see it too, you know? Anyway, let's get back to Brodhead here. So after the DR60, I forget if it was John or if it was Wayne. Pardon me, guys. I don't remember which one of you it was, but they had the Necrometer app up on their phone. Now, we've used Necrometer. Okay, we've gotten some responses with that. But this was very interesting because the responses we were getting on Necrometer fit so well into the scenario that was going on at the time. Let me give you some examples. And like I said, get on YouTube, give it a like, give us a sub, please. But you can see for yourself. There was a point where Dennis said, I got to go downstairs and blow my nose. He was having a sinus thing. And let's face it, these old schools and asylums and hospitals, they're all dustier than a son of a gun. Although, I mean, as places go, Brodhead is actually pretty clean, but there's a lot of dust, a lot of microscopic particles that do show up, especially in IR, you know. So Dennis goes downstairs to take care of his nasal situation. And so Necrometer says, on the stairs. That fit perfectly. Because where was Dennis? He was on the stairs going downstairs. A few moments later, Necrometer goes, pardon me, I got this nose itch thing going on today. Instrumental trans communication. Now, I know what this is. I am not real sure that John and Wayne kind of understood that, but they did by the time we were done. Instrumental trans communication. What was the instrument? The instrument was Necrometer. The instrument was a DR60. And a very, very important instrument is us. Because we are using that to communicate. So ITC, instrumental trans communication. There was also a comment in there about us staying there that night, which we were staying. And we did get a response on the necrometer, but we also got a little bit later in the clip, if you listen, I did amplify it to make it a little bit easier. But if you listen, we were commenting about staying there for the night, and someone said no. So what? Spirit didn't want us to stay? Didn't believe we were staying? Didn't that? I don't know. But the comment was there. Now here's a question for you. Let's get some opinions here. Was the EVP coming from the same source as the responses on the Necrometer app? Anybody got an opinion on that? I can't say one way or the other, but I am leaning toward the fact that let's see if I can change this a little bit. There, hopefully the volume's a little better. I noticed last week too the for some reason the volume seems to cut up and cut down at I don't know why. My headset's working. Someday, when I retire, I'll do this from home with a regular microphone and do it on my laptop, and it'll be all professional and all. But what fun would that be, hey? So I'm not convinced always that Spirit A and Spirit B are aware of each other. A good example of that would be May Stringer House, Brooksville, Florida. We've had evenings there where we're getting communication on every floor, but I don't think Spirit in the hallway on the second floor is aware of Spirit on the third floor, let's say. Anyway, back to Brodhead. So we put it up. Go there, check it out, give it a like. Please give us a sub. As always, please be good to each other. This is what we got for today. If you have a question or a comment, you know where to put it. If there's anything you'd like me to touch on or comment on, if you know me, you know I'm always good for an opinion. You know where to put it. That's been the Monday Minute for today. Peace out.